I'm looking for a trade setup in Etsy. I posted a chart. This is what the chart looks like. It's in a very tight squeeze on the TTM squeeze, and you can see the squeeze in the Bollinger Bands. I think the Bollinger Bands are going to open up. We got 50-day moving average that's coming up for a retest. I think if the test is successful, prior support, which it didn't hold, was somewhere in the neighborhood of about 200 or so. I think that is the target. The way I'm going to structure this trade, so to play this setup, I can do it one of two ways. Ideally, I would like to buy slightly in the money call around something around 70 delta. 165 out in August with 59 days is a 67 delta, which is currently going for about $2,100 per one option. I do know that it could be a bit pricey from a dollar value, so to speak, standpoint. So to keep a trade, and my goal here is to set up a trade where my outlay is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of about $500. So what I am going to do is buying the 65 call for $2,100. I need to find a way to reduce my cost down to as close to $500 as possible. So what I'm looking to do is buying one $165 call. I'm going to sell the 185. It's going for about $11.70. And on top of that, I'm going to sell another spread, which is 185 200. It's a 15-point wide spread that's also going to go towards paying for the total cost of the long 165 call. So buying 165, 185 call spread, and then selling a 185 200 call spread. So this is a 20-point wide call debit spread and a 15-point wide call credit spread. This trade is currently going for about $4.45 or maybe $4.50. That is the most I can possibly lose. Debit paid for this trade. The most I can possibly make here is, the difference between two spreads is 5 points. I'm paying 460. So if the stock is above 200 at expiration, I have about a $40 potential profit here, which will be right around the 10% return on risk. I am not looking to hold this until expiration. I am looking for a move towards 200. We can look at what this trade would look like projected out to about 36 days from now. If we are in the neighborhood of 200, I think this trade could be worth about $7, maybe a little bit more. I think we can potentially make about 50 to 60% return over the next 30 days, assuming the stock is moving in the right direction. Now, if the stock is going the other way, if the stock goes down, again, the risk for this trade is debit paid, 470. So we can use this dollar amount to size our trade in a way that even if everything goes to zero, one single trade should not blow out an account. Just to give you a quick example, if I was looking to put no more than $2,000 maximum into one single trade, I will divide $2,000 by $470, which is cost for one butterfly, and I will come up with a total number of contracts 4.25. Obviously, we can buy 4.25 contracts, so I would go no more than 4 contracts, and that would put about $2,000 worth of risk in this one trade. If everything goes well, I'm looking to make about a 50% return. If the stock starts to head the other way, obviously, my chart was suggesting something else and the price is telling me something completely different, I will consider cutting my losses if the stock breaks underneath about 155 or so.